Have you ever walked into a shopping mall and felt a little creeped out? Maybe it's eerily quiet, the stores are all shuttered, and the only sound is the echo of your own footsteps. Today, we're diving into the story of a mall that was once hailed as the future of retail, a billion-dollar mega-project that died an incredibly fast death. This is the bizarre and tragic tale of the Forest Fair Mall in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, picture this, it's the late 1980s. Malls are the place to be. They're cultural centers, community hubs, and retail giants. An Australian developer named L.J. Hooker decides they want to build the biggest and best mall the Midwest has ever seen. Not just a mall, but a super-regional shopping center. They pour a staggering amount of money into it, aiming for over 200 stores, a European-style food court, an amusement park, and even a monorail. The vision was spectacular. When Forest Fair Mall opened its doors in 1989, it was a sight to behold. Marble floors, grand water features, and high-end anchor stores like B. Altman and Bonwit Teller, which were famous names on Fifth Avenue in New York. The developer promised a shopping experience unlike any other, bringing luxury brands to the suburbs of Cincinnati. It was supposed to be a guaranteed home run. So what went wrong? How did this temple of consumerism become a ghost town in just a couple of years? Well, the problem started almost immediately. The first major red flag was the choice of anchor stores. While B. Altman and Bonwit Teller were prestigious, they were completely unknown to the average Cincinnati shopper. People in the Midwest weren't looking for $1,000 handbags. They were looking for Sears and JCPenney. The mall was too high-end, too luxurious for its target market. It was like trying to sell champagne and caviar at a hot dog stand. Shoppers were intimidated, not impressed. Then there was the location. The mall was built in a bit of an odd spot, right on the border of two different communities, Forest Park and Fairfield. This created confusion and even a bit of a local identity crisis. Worse, it was situated in a lower to middle income area. The very people living closest to this palace of luxury couldn't afford to shop there. They'd walk in, marvel at the architecture, and then leave without buying anything. The mall was a spectacle, not a store. But the real killer blow came from the developer itself. L.J. Hooker, the Australian company that financed this whole grand project, was in deep financial trouble. They had overextended themselves with massive real estate developments all over the world. Just as Forest Fair Mall was opening, the parent company was collapsing back in Australia. The timing couldn't have been worse. The financial turmoil meant that construction stalled, promises were broken, and the whole project felt unfinished. The planned amusement park and other key attractions never materialized, leaving shoppers with a half-empty, confusingly upscale mall. Within a year of its grand opening, the high-end anchor stores, B. Altman and Bonwit Teller, went bankrupt and closed their doors nationwide, leaving massive, gaping holes in the mall. Imagine a brand new ship setting sail, only for its main engines to fail immediately. That's what happened here. The mall was hemorrhaging money and tenants. By 1990, just a year after opening, the mall was sold for a tiny fraction of its construction cost. Over the next 3 decades, the mall went through a series of desperate rebranding efforts. It was renamed the malls at Forest Fair, then Cincinnati Mills, then Cincinnati Mall. Each new owner had a new vision. They tried turning it into an outlet mall, an entertainment complex, a mix of everything. Big-name stores like Bass Pro Shops, Steve & Barry's, and an enormous Big's supermarket came and went. For a brief period in the early 2000s, it seemed like the outlet concept might work. The parking lot was full again, and there was a sense of life, but it was a false dawn. The competition was just too fierce. Other more established malls in the Cincinnati area were better located and better understood their customer base. They offered the stores people actually wanted to shop at, without the confusing layout and lingering reputation of failure that clung to Forest Fair. Plus, the 2008 financial crisis was the final nail in the coffin for many of the remaining tenants. Steve & Barry's, a major draw, went bankrupt. One by one, the lights went out. Walking through the mall in its final years was a surreal experience. You could see the ghosts of its former glory. The grand, echoing food court with all the chairs stacked on tables. The faded signs of stores that had long since departed. An abandoned carousel sitting silently in the center of a vast empty space. It became a popular spot for urban explorers, who documented its slow, quiet decay. It was a modern ruin, a monument to failed ambition. Today, the building still stands, mostly empty. A couple of businesses cling to the exterior, but the vast interior is a hollow shell. Plans to demolish it and redevelop the land have been discussed for years, but nothing has come to fruition. It serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris in the world of retail. The lesson: know your market. You can build the most beautiful, expensive mall in the world, but if it doesn't serve the needs and desires of the community around it, it's destined to fail. The story of Forest Fair Mall is a fascinating snapshot of a specific time in American history, the peak and subsequent fall of the traditional shopping mall. It's a reminder that trends change, and that even the grandest visions can crumble if they're not built on a solid foundation of understanding the customer. What do you think? Have you ever been to a dead or dying mall? Let me know your stories in the comments below. It's a strangely common experience these days. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into retail history, be sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.